Hello you, welcome back to Vanilla Railworld for Beginners in Factorio version 0.17. This is episode 49. We're going to get some nuclear power going on just for demonstration purposes this episode. My name is Satchmo, thank you guys so much for being here, really appreciate it. 49 episodes, that's really awesome. Next episode will be 50, that'd be kind of a big one for me. We'll talk more about that I guess next time. Anyway, you'll see that after the last episode I kind of just let this run for a while. And it didn't take too long at all, it really didn't. Because it just snowballs. Once the first one gets done and the second one starts, then it's faster and faster and faster and faster. Anyway, now they are all working and they are all speed moduled and they are all producing uranium-235 very quickly. I made one small adjustment, and this is an important one. I made a small mistake when I set this up the first time. I had it that there was a thing right here and then there was a box right here that would only work whenever the box was above 10, and that was kind of like a limit for myself. How do I say it? Yeah, I tried to set it up as like a buffer to make sure that there was always some on the belt, but then I didn't realize that if I'm not getting any over here, then there really wasn't a way for that to happen. Does that make sense? There was never going to be any uranium coming onto the belt, so once the thing backed up, it was a bad. Anyway, the point was, when I was testing this, I realized that, this is a couple weeks ago, I realized that there comes a point when there's a stretch right here that fills up with uranium, and it just goes round and round and round and round, and nothing ever comes off of the belt. And so what I've done is I fixed it between this episode and last episode, and it's a really simple fix. I just connected this inserter to this chest, and this inserter to this chest. And I told this inserter, first of all, I overrid the stack size, so instead of pulling 3 off, he only pulls off 1 at a time. That's important. His enabled condition is that he only operates whenever uranium is above, 235 is above 40. Okay, so there will always be 40 in this chest, or 39 in this chest is the idea. No fewer than 39. Okay. This guy only operates if there's greater than 41. And this is where that stack size comes in. Because this is a stack inserter, so he's going to grab a whole handful. And look, they both kind of share, is the point. Right? They kind of take, and then it dips below 40, and he stops and waits for the chest to fill up. And then once the chest goes over 40, again, they kind of share. They work back and forth. Some of it goes over here, and some of it goes over here. But it doesn't matter. So long as some of it is getting recycled, there's plenty in here to keep them going. Again, because all of these are set up such that whenever they start outputting, the one next to them starts inputting. So in addition to there always being 39 or more in here, in addition to that, there's also a ton in each one of these. If you look at the right side of the screen, like just click on any one of them. Here's 7 here, and I can't even, it's going too fast. There's 25, 28, 30, 31, and he's about to produce 41 right here, so these all have a ton of uranium in them. So there we go. And then kind of the excess is building up over here. And again, this hasn't been going too long. It's a pretty quick process once it gets started. So anyway, that's that. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. I know I probably didn't make that the most clear, but anyway, let's get started on nuclear power itself, finally. And I'm really not a huge proponent of nuclear power. In fact, there was a Reddit thread about that earlier today. I tend to like solar. A lot of people don't like solar. But anyway, I do. So I do solar. But you might want to know how to do it, and which I completely understand. So I'm going to do it as part of this Let's Play just to do it. I am going to cheat a little bit. I got a blueprint from somebody that I'm going to be using. This will be the only blueprint that I'll be using in the game. So he is connected to this. So let me fix this power pole situation because I want to run power a different way. Let's use the big power poles. Let's hopefully not get run over by a train. I'm going to run it down here. In between this episode and last episode, I had to go to the store because we are expecting a huge thunderstorm for the next, it's going to rain for the next long time. The next like 4 or 5 days. Back in 2016, my house flooded in this area. Why? Hold on. Oh, it's a proximity thing. There we go. I was like, why did he disconnect? Yeah, and back in 2016, we had a bunch of rain, uncharacteristic for this area. I live in Louisiana. And, well, that's not uncharacteristic, the rain in Louisiana thing. But just for my area in particular, it doesn't really flood. And it did. It flooded back in 2016 and destroyed a lot of my house. I got like 4 feet of water in my house, or almost 4 feet of water in my house. And I had to rebuild from the ground up. And I'm just going to destroy all this. Please stop rebuilding my stuff, robots. There we go. So anyway, the whole area, I had to completely rebuild the bottom half of my house. Sheetrock and crown molding and the plumbing and electricity, and I had to redo all the floors. It was a disaster. Anyway. Let's click off these things real quick. So the whole area right now is kind of a little nervy over the idea that that might happen again. So anyway, I went to the store and grabbed some water and some supplies, some wine and stuff. Just to pass the time if something does happen. So, okay, well enough. Let me clear up this area. I will be using a blueprint, like I said. I'm going to be using a blueprint by Andrew. It just said Andrew. In fact, I'll show you right there. FactorioPrints.com. It's this one, modular nuclear plant. This one looks pretty good, and I just need one to kind of demonstrate so I don't have to build it myself. Anyway, author Andrew, created 2 years ago. So thanks a ton, Andrew. Really appreciate it. There we go. I'm going to build one of the smaller ones. How about that? That should do. Okay. This is all within the construction thing, so hopefully this will all kind of build on its own. But anyway, I'll come back to that in a minute because there's other things that we yeah, here comes the stuff. Yeah, so. But there's other things that we need to concern ourselves with, and that including, but not limited to, fuel cells. I made one in the interim in between episodes, but I'll show you how to make those here momentarily. Put those there, put those there. Right, so these nuclear reactors consume fuel cells, which need iron plates, uranium-235, and uranium-238. So, we need to find a way to do that. All of my iron plates are over here. I thought about just kind of pulling off iron plates from right here, but I don't want to do that. It doesn't make me feel good. I just don't like the way that makes me feel. So I don't think we're not going to do that. Let's just do it right here. Let's just do it right here at the beginning of the bus. Let's do that. And I don't really know how much of this stuff that we're going to need. But this I will design on camera. So let's do that. Right there. Right. You make uranium fuel cells. Cool. Alright. 2 inputs. 1 for uranium, 1 for steel, iron, whatever. Let's go ahead and take off from here. And there we go. Back and back. And output into a provider chest. I'm just going to bot it back. And doop, there we go. Alright, so that means that I need to get the uranium stuff on this belt. Not a big deal. I can do that from over here. Let's go this way. Yeah, so a little nervous about the weather, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Alright, now what I can do, just for the time being, is stop him. Yeah, well, why not? There we go. I think these guys only output on the... Well, just to be sure, I'm going to do that. Now I'm also going to connect this to the chest here. And how about you only work if 235 is greater than... let's just say 500. I want to make sure I have a big store of this stuff. 500 may not be enough. It may be too much. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, now that I have all this stuff stored, I'll just take it back out of storage and put it on a belt, and that'll be fine. So now this is the new way, is that this will just go straight up and to the uranium stuff. Let's take that. There we go. I will put some in storage, but just one chest's worth. The rest of it will pass on. So once this chest fills up, the rest of it will pass. Just in case I need some. So, in fact, I can go ahead. Why am I not doing this? There we go. There we go. Go ahead and fill this chest up so he doesn't have to... Why did you not fill... Oh, there we go. It's almost done. Okay. So this is all the storage that I want, and then the rest of it will just go put on the belt. And this guy, so long as there's 500 in here or greater, will come this way, and then there we go. Uranium into the base. Very cool. There we go. Now I have fuel cells being made. Beautiful. Yep. I'm just going to make as many as it'll let. Cool, now I can request those from the chests, and everybody will be happy. Cool, cool, cool. Where are we looking? What are we looking like in terms of this stuff? Steam turbines. I did not make steam turbines. So let's go make steam turbines. This is a complete blunder on my part. I do apologize for that. Yep, I did not make the steam turbines. And you'll see how this hooks together in a minute. Really sorry about that. The only reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to do a let's play, a complete let's play like this, and not do it all, you know, not do it right. So I want to do nuclear so that you guys can at least see it. But again, it's not something I'm really well practiced with. I never claimed to be an expert. You need iron, gear wheels, and pipes. This is like an early base type thing. You can be made like way over here. Here's pipes and gear wheels right here. Boom. Here we go. Make you a level 3. So we can be done with it. Put you in a passive provider chest. And then grab. I forgot what the other one is. Iron. There we go. Let's speed it up. Cool. So those are going to be made really quickly. Look, I've already got 9, 10. Soon those bots should be coming to pick it up and build it. Right? The construction bots? Somewhere? All the construction bots. Huh. I wonder why they're not going to get that. That's a weird thing. Just grab like 40 of them. Not 40. Yeah, 40. And I'm not getting them. Steam turbine. Steam turbine. This is really weird, guys. I wonder why this chest. Nothing seems to be... Steam engine. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I clicked on Steam engine and said Steam turbine. I was like, why in the world is this happening? So he needs those 2 ingredients, but also copper. So, I want to leave this where it is. Man, what a weird thing to happen. I'm sorry about that. Boop. There we go. Recycle, return you, make steam turbines. And how long do you take? 3 seconds, that's still okay. There we go. Okay. Go into the chest. Yeah, that was a weird thing. I was like, why aren't the construction robots doing their thing? I could start making a request for it then. Because I don't want them. I want the construction robots to have them. I'm not going to use them. Yeah, what a weird thing. Sorry about that. Alright, moving on. Again, you make one thing fast, make other things fast too. So let's do this. There we go. That kind of helps a little bit. Right on. So while that's being built, we can go explain it. Did I bring my car over here? I don't want to leave my car behind. I did. It's like in the middle of the base. So, yeah, we're getting to the end of the playthrough. I think I'm going to do this episode, and then we might have to go kind of beef up a couple parts of the base, and then we'll start working on the stuff to make the rocket. And that'll be it. So, just a handful more episodes. But I have had great fun doing this series. Again, this is my first Let's Play ever, and this is the first series on my channel, and it's just my first everything, so really excited about it, really happy for it, and yeah, really appreciate everybody who has shown up already, and I'm going to future-proof myself and say I'm glad I appreciate people who are going to show up. Right, so here's the situation. These are nuclear reactors. They take fuel, and only this kind of fuel, only uranium fuel cells, as you see right there. And they convert that to heat, okay? And then heat goes through these pipes, these heat transfer pipes, and into heat exchangers. Kind of like the boilers in the beginning of the game, right? The, right there. These boilers. These boilers accept water on one side and output steam. These do the same thing except for... Oh, I'm sorry, and they require coal. You have to put coal in them. But in this one, instead of putting coal in, it has to be hooked to a heat pipe. That's really the only difference between them. In fact, the graphic even looks the same. So that's that. So I'm going to have to pull water in here, then the heat's going to come through here, and that's going to output steam. And then the steam is going to power the steam turbines, which are going to create the energy for the base. Now, so essentially we're doing the same thing that we did in the very beginning of the game, except for instead of coal, which is producing the heat to steam to turbine, we're doing uranium fuel cells, and that's really the only difference here. So here we go. We got requester chests. We can do... Let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's do it right here. Let's see. Inserter, inserter. You could just do that. There. And then the chest. Then you make a request for the fuel cells. Bink. 50, I don't know. I don't know how many it's going to need. Whatever, I'll just put them in there now. Actually, I won't. I'm going to take them back out here in a second. And there's a reason for that. This is important. These will just continue to burn. So you will just continue producing electricity from this site, like day, night. It doesn't scale with power. It's just going to produce as much as it can. And if you overproduce, you overproduce. It's all wasted is the point. Okay? So it's actually not a good idea to have this thing just keep running and running and running and running and running. Okay, that's important. Let's just turn that guy real quick before I get water. I want to get water and get these things hooked up before I actually turn it on. Otherwise, we'll be wasting stuff, which isn't really a huge deal, but whatever. All right, where am I going to pull my water in? Let's see, water. These are all connected that way. I don't have any pipes either. I apologize. I'm gonna drive back to base real quick, grab some pipes, and then we'll do some stuff. Probably gonna get let's do two pumps. Nope. I knew when that thing popped up. I knew I was gonna hit it. All right. Okay. Should be plenty. Hope it is. Also, the speed modules are going as fast as they can. That's great, because we are going to speed module a bunch of other stuff in the base too. Oh, research. All this time I haven't been doing research. Let's get my research finished. So this is all the next stuff in the chain. Again, we're coming to the end here. Yeah, there we go. This is all the stuff that we can research. The rest of it has space science, which we'll talk about in the future. So yeah, cold liquefaction, breaking force, spinal productivity, explosives, Atomic bomb is up there. That's neat. You know, if you want to make an atomic bomb, those are pretty cool. We won't be making an atomic bomb in this game. You can do it. I'll leave that for we call it an exercise for the reader. Let's see if we can tear this stuff up. I'm gonna grab my water from this lake, which never got named. The viewership, I'm gonna say this for posterity's sake, the viewership of the channel is pretty low right now, as to be expected from a brand new channel. That's completely expected and completely normal. But as of now, I do not have a whole ton of viewers, and as such, I don't have when I ask for things like suggestions for the lake names and whatnot. I've yet to get them. My concern is that I will get them like when it's too late, essentially. Let's do something like that. I'm being kind of bold running over this railroad track without paying too much attention to it, but it'll be okay. I may have done that wrong, but we'll see. Yes, I did. These are too close. In fact, let's just go ahead and take it from the source. Or from the drain to the source. I've said that backwards every time I've said it in the series. Okay. Yeah, you probably can't hear it. You may be able to hear it, but I can hear the storm coming in right now. Okay, there we go. I don't know if these need designated ones, you know, if they actually need to be designated for each one of these lines, but I'm going to do it anyway. Of course, this is also just one way. This is just one blueprint that I found to do this. This wasn't like terribly complicated. I mean, I could have come up with this, but I wanted to use somebody else's. So there we go. Now we have used up uranium fuel cells, which you may remember. I can recycle. So that's what we're going to work on next. So anyway, here we go. This guy, they're getting hot, and they're producing all this steam. Very cool. Let's take a look at the power grid. Here we go. 157 megawatts of power. So, very cool. A lot of extra power for the base. Let's see. Not a whole ton when you compared to how much solar I have, but I mean, look at the solar. Observe it. You see all this silliness? Look, that, just a ton of solar. So, this is actually pretty powerful, all things considered. So, very cool. That will lighten the load on the solar panels a little bit. Oh yeah, production is way low, which is great. Very, very cool. Steam turbines aren't producing anything. Pray tell why. Steam. Huh. It's probably because I'm using too much. Probably because I have too much solar. Because like I said, look, the fuel cells are still draining. Providing heat to this. But it's actually not being used up. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna let it run anyway. Who cares? Cool. Now we need to think about what to do with the fuel cells. Right? So here we go. And those can go into a box. That's a Factorio chest. Here we go, just inside the thing here. Oops. There we go. Cool. What do we do with the used up fuel cells? Let's see, where are they? I'm having a hard time finding them for some reason. I think they're right here. I thought they were right here. Oh, here they are. Nuclear fuel reprocessing. Yeah, so 5 of those in a centrifuge produces 3 more 238. So, you know what? In fact, I can just do that right here. Right. Just one. There we go. Reprocessing. Let's do this. In belt, out belt. Yeah, inbound, outbound. And then this. A lot of belts, but I'm not gonna really come over here anyway, so. Stop. Why not? There we go. Let me check on it real quick. Well, it's coming. So there we go. This we'll see how far this gets. How much of this we need. Obviously, I can build more if I need to. But anyway, that's nuclear. Now, here's the thing. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this. Look at the size of these things. Of course, I'm holding it over like trees and stuff. Here, I got a map viewer somewhere. There we go. Yeah, look at all that. It obviously gets very, very big. That's 1.1 gigawatt plant, according to this fella, according to Andrew. And yeah, each one of these lanes has their own pump. So that's 1.1 gigawatts is quite a lot. Let's look at our base. What is the production of our base right now? Yeah, 230 something odd megawatts. So that's enough to power our base 5 times over, if I've done my math right. So yeah, they get huge, but they don't get nearly as big as that. So really, this is kind of a waste in terms of this specific base. But I wanted to do it. I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully, you guys learned something from it. It's a very cool process. It's very, very neat. I'm glad they added it to the game. They added it back in 0.15, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a very, very cool little thing that you can do. A lot of little moving parts. You know what I mean? Now you gotta separate out the stuff, and then you have to siphon off the good stuff from the bad stuff, and then you have to combine them over here to make the fuel cells, and the fuel cells go into the thing. And then that gets mixed with water and produces steam, and then you get the idea. It's a very cool little thing that happens. It's a neat part of the game. And yeah, it's very, very cool. I'm happy about it. So, but at any rate, that was this episode. I just want to show you guys that. Next episode, we're going to get started on... we're going to do more stuff to the base. We're going to... do I need more oil? What's the... This might be ideal. Grabbing it from right there. I think we're going to bring some more oil into the base next episode. Because we're going to start wrapping up here soon. Oil is filled up. It's all just kind of sitting here too. Well, of course, I'm not really doing much. I have the research going, but... you know what? We might start working on in-game stuff next episode. Like, we might start building our silo and doing all that. Yeah. We'll see. I've got a lot of stuff to beef up in the base, particularly red circuits and stuff like that. So, there you go. We'll maybe do in-game stuff next episode, and if I need to, then we'll do whatever challenges occur. So, anyway, I don't mean to be boring and go and huh and all that over and over again, but just trying to think about what to do. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Really appreciate it. I'd love it if you guys like, comment, subscribe, let me know what's going on, and yeah, we'll talk about it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode.